moving on to James Cameron and some comments he had on Avatar. So while speaking with Variety, Cameron shared the storyline he has planned for the sequels, saying, quote, "The storyline in the sequels really follows Jake and Neytiri and their children. It's more of a family saga about the struggle with humans. Avatar 2 currently holds a Christmas 2018 release date, but Cameron says they will move it again if necessary." So, Gio, how do you feel about these comments?
Well, as far as the story goes, look, family saga, it works for Star Wars. What's that about? That's really about a family saga. Who's Rey's family? Where does Finn? Where did he come from? You know, the conflict between Kyle, I don't need to explain. You guys already know. But as far as Avatar,
no, I've never heard that story before. Keep going, keep going.
As far as Avatar goes, it presents another interesting what was it dynamic? You know, to the story. You know, and how much more about Avatar? I mean, there's things you can explore in Avatar, but none of that really matters if you don't have like a human element, you know, if you don't humanize these characters even further. And how do you do that? Children, family, them growing up, that kind of stuff. The upbringing of the Na'vi. We haven't seen that before. You know, we know how the Na'vi does their work and their rituals and all that, but how are you raised in Pandora, you know, to be a fighter, to be a warrior, to be, you know, whatever. You know, I'm interested to see that. And as far as James Cameron moving the release date again, go on right ahead, man. I got plenty of comic book movies and Star Wars movies and Fast and Furious movies to keep me, you know, occupied. So, you want to move the release dates? Go ahead. Everybody's doubting you as far as this Avatar sequel goes. They obviously forgot about Terminator 2 and Aliens and what you can do with sequels. I have no problem with it. You want to move it? Move it. Go ahead, buddy. Because I know what you do next. It's going to be great no matter what. We're all going to be in theaters no matter what because you're James Cameron and you're fucking awesome.
Well, I have been vocal about this. I don't really care about an Avatar sequel or a threequel or
so the release date doesn't bother you?
Not really.
Okay.
But I will say, hearing these comments actually gets me excited for the sequel.
Good.
That's the thing. Like, I didn't really care. Like, I don't really. I mean, I enjoyed the visual experience of seeing Avatar.
Cinematic achievement.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And kudos to James Cameron for achieving that. He's one of the best directors of all time.
Yes.
He's touched ground where no other directors have, and he has the 2 highest grossing films of all time. There's no doubting that, and he's directed some of the best movies of all time in Terminator 2 or even Aliens.
With some of the most limited actors of all. Arnold Schwarzenegger. How does he?
Yeah, so I'm not doubting James Cameron. I love James Cameron in his movies. Titanic is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
Think what you want about Titanic. I love that movie.
Yeah.
But I like this because there is going to be a significant time jump in reality in our world and then in the world of Pandora. I'm curious because he's not really their race, right? Jake, the main character.
Yeah.
So that's his So, enlighten me if I don't remember correctly, but like, did he permanently go into that body?
Yeah, he transferred his soul, conscious, whatever.
So he cannot go back to his human self, right?
No, his human self is dead.
So he's that. Okay, so he can like fornicate with her and have children now, supposedly. Yeah. I mean, obviously. So I imagine it starts off. They have like a teenage son, and he's trying to train his son, and they probably have a daughter, and I like that. Interests me. I did not give a shit about this sequel until now, so good. I like these comments.
And we've
overall.
never seen James Cameron tackle a family aspect in any of his films, right? I mean,
Terminator,
it's usually
Sarah Connor and her son,
and that's great. That
exactly.
works well.
That's what I'm saying.
So there's hope, people.
Yeah, definitely.